I guess it seems like we keep redefining AI to be things that computers can't do. That seems like the general definition of AI. I guess to me, artificial intelligence is about making computers think in ways that humans can think, making them as smart as humans are. But specific to our work, it's less around making machines think like humans and more around helping computers take care of business processes that are important to our customers. So simple things like back office processing or identifying what's in an image. That's the kind of AI that Crowdflower does. Well, I think AI is amazing at doing things where it can find lots and lots of training data. So in cases where, so maybe backing up. So AI is fantastic when it can look at lots and lots of examples because it's nowhere near as smart as a human, but it can have way more patience than a human can, right? So it can look at so many more things than a human can. So cases where there's lots of training data, it's going to be really successful. Like for example, Facebook's face recognition is fantastic, right? Because they get billions of selfies uploaded every day, right? Or Google Translate is quite good, not because the AI deeply understands the text, but because Google has so many examples of documents in language 1 and language 2 that they're able to see so many edge cases and situations to make the translation work well. I think where it struggles is cases where it's really hard to get training data, right? So it's phenomenally hard for robots to grab things, right? I mean, amazing what a challenge that is. And I think that's because there's not a lot of easy ways that we know now to generate training data around grasping. Sure. I mean, so my company Crowdflower's key focus is something I've always cared a ton about, which is making AI actually useful for real companies in the real world. And I think when you look at the opportunity of AI, I think every company can benefit from it. There's so many places where we have humans doing things that almost like a simple pattern matching algorithm would actually make things much more effective, right? And so, if you look at why companies struggle with it, I actually think the algorithm is typically the least of people's problems, right? Like everybody kind of focuses on like, oh, is it deep learning or SVMs or logistic regression, and how do you do it? But I think that the part that I'm really interested in, because I think it's the most difficult piece, is how do you actually train these algorithms? How do you do feature selection? And how do you actually deploy them in the real world so that they actually get used? Well, one thing I really admire about the By the Bay conference is the authenticity of people that it brings out. So it seems like By the Bay does an excellent job of getting speakers that AI professionals actually really respect, right? So I think a lot of conferences, they kind of just look for the most famous people to a general audience, but you can tell that AI by the Bay is made by people that really understand artificial intelligence and are deep inside it. And so when you look at the speaker list, it's people that I'm personally super excited to hear talk.